Good morning, I'm Ilka Oster.
Morning, I'm Jo Drennan, and today we're talking about forgiveness, what that really means, and if we embrace it, can it make us better parents? But that word, forgiveness, that can be quite a loaded word, filled with emotion. What does it mean to you, Ilka?
Well, I'm going to start with the faster EFT version of forgiveness, and that is really about addressing what's happening in your own mind. In faster EFT, which I'm a level 4 practitioner, we address that, well, we believe that everybody in your own mind is you. And so what does that mean? Because, you know, the other people are out there, and when I think about someone who has wronged me, yes,
well, they're over there.
Yes, exactly. But actually, they're not, are they? They're not over there. The one that's bothering you is you're replaying the visual memories, you're replaying what you heard from something in your past. You're usually replaying something that is not happening now, and that is what is causing you a lot of distress in your life. Now, and the only person who's really being hurt by that is you. That's the concept that Faster EFT talks about, and from that concept, we then have to go in and address what you're doing inside your mind, so that you can stop hurting yourself. And really, like, what that other person is doing, we're not really concentrating so much on that. What their present life is like now, or what they're doing out there now in the present moment.
So if it's about us forgiving, then but they're in our mind, but they're out there, then how can it be about forgiving someone else when they're in our own mind?
Well, we don't focus too much on what's happening to them. We focus on what we're doing to ourselves, and who's actually experiencing the pain when you keep rehearsing those memories. And you'll find that it's you that's experiencing the pain. So you're just redoing the pain to yourself, which is kind of like not a good thing. So you keep re-experiencing anger. Unless that's what you like doing, but if you want to experience happiness and peace and more connection with people, then you've got to address what's going on in your own mind.
That's a good point. Like, why bother? I'm happy to just carry around this anger. Like, what's on the other side of forgiveness if I did bother to do the work?
Yeah, well, for an example for me is from my own childhood, was one of the things I really, really hated about from my own father, was he would lecture me, and I would sit there in the chair, and he would, be very animated and point at things to me, and it just used to really, really bother me, and I didn't feel like I could speak up and say, Dad, I really don't want to listen to this anymore. And an hour would go by and he'd still be going. And of course, I noticed I would do this to my own children, probably not to the degree, and I would feel so bad for doing it because I knew that I didn't like it as a child. But to actually change this behaviour, I had to go back and address those memories from my own childhood, and address the pain that I felt around that, the ability, like, not being able to speak up, and what that was like for me. And I really had to go in and experience those emotions, use the tapping process to release those emotions from my body, and also in Faster EFT we have a process where we step into the other person. So we do that as well, and stepping into my dad, and always realizing after you've cleared the emotion, which is really what holds all of this stuff in the subconscious, is that my dad was doing the best he could. I mean, it probably happened to him too. So he was just passing on to me something that happened to him.
That's that is a great line, and a great thing to say.
Yeah.
My parent was doing the best that they could, or anybody.
Yeah.
But there's a great difference between just saying it logically and believing it through a thought process, than really feeling it and being able to release the emotion around it.
Exactly, and that's why what I do is so amazing, because it can release the emotion from the body, and that is really where and the visual memories, and the subconscious is rich with how we experienced our pain. This is what it holds on to. But if you can go back and address all of those things and really change them, change the visuals, change the emotion, change the sounds even in your unconscious mind, then it's almost like you're changing your past. And therefore, when you go to repeat those same behaviours, it's almost like they're not there anymore. It happens automatically that you won't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I found I could communicate a lot more calmly, a lot more easily, because I wasn't carrying around all that hurt and pain and not being able to speak up and all of that. So
it's a similar thing for me, and I found that after doing some work around my emotions, and not speaking up when I was a child, but more about not expressing emotions, and just get stuff done. Expressing emotions just slows things down. Just put them aside, get the stuff done. We don't need to deal with emotions. And I did the same thing to my children. Thankfully, they gave me a great opportunity by being brave enough to tell me that that's what I was doing, and I could go to work on that, and then I could have the conversations just became easier, and I also became far less judgmental of my children's choices.
Yeah, and you went back as well, Jo, and addressed some of the things from your own childhood that happened to you, where you felt like you couldn't express emotion or whatever. And so it is an extremely powerful process, and this is the method of forgiveness, because awakened parenting is focused on you being a better parent and you being able to free up your mind to do the things in your life that you want to do. Be the peaceful, calm, loving parent that you actually want to be.
Yeah, joyous, joyous.
Yeah,
yes, because the energy that we take up in our mind and body on still. Hating is a very strong word, but something similar, still carrying those thoughts of something in the past where we believe someone has wronged us. It just takes up so much of us that could be used in other areas of our lives that bring us joy. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So if you like this version of forgiveness, then give us a like on this video, and
we'd love to know if you have a strategy for forgiveness and how that's going for you. Yeah. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.
And inspire someone today.